Good morning, everyone, and welcome. My name is Julie. I am the owner and founder of Lady Faulti's Apothecary. You are watching this on my YouTube or maybe the replay on Facebook. So wherever you are watching from, thank you and welcome. Please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, whatever it is that you're supposed to do to get the notifications of when I come live. So this morning we're here to talk about the weekly forecast. And so before we get started, we will smudge a little bit and then we'll pick our new card for the week and then we will get started. All right, so let me see if I can, my sage bundle is quickly falling apart here, so. I don't light the whole thing because I don't really need to. And what did I do with my lighter? I guess I put it away. Sorry, it just got really blurry there. I don't know why. Come on. Come on. Let me try to light this. Sorry for the face, but I fell down. I don't know why. There we go. I fell down this weekend in the driveway, and I probably wouldn't have got hurt very bad, but I tried to catch myself, and so banged up both my hands. So yeah, so this one's in the splint. This one is not, but yeah, they're very sore at the moment. So pushing the button on the lighter was a little hard. So some for you guys and some for me. And then we will put this over here to just let it burn. And then let's pick our new card. So last week's card was a blessing on creativity. So we'll put that one back in the deck and pick a new one. Forgive me if things just take a little longer than normal. My hands are just not cooperating right now. I'm trying to take it easy so they heal as best as they can because I have massage class on Wednesday, so I'm not sure how that's all going to play out yet, but one day at a time. All right. A blessing for a mother. And that mother could be your mother, could be a mother figure for you, could be you as a mother, could be Mother Earth. So there's lots of different ways you can interpret the word mother here. So I will get a picture of that up and get something posted for you. That'll be on the Facebook page. Actually, the Facebook group, I think, is where I've been posting them. So the Facebook group is Lady Faulti's Light Healers, if you're interested in the group. So the picture will be there. All right, so let's get started why we're actually here today, and that is to do the astrology for the week. So this little forecast is what I like to call the Cliff Notes. It's not an in-depth astrology reading or anything like that. There's plenty of apps out there that you can put in your birthday and it'll give you all kinds of lots of information about what's going on specific to your sign. The reason I do this is because I found it was really helpful for me in planning out my week as to know maybe what days I might feel like being social, what days I might not feel like being social, days that might be more productive than other days. But really I started because I wanted to know what days Mercury was going to be popping in there, because any day Mercury was popping in, I really wanted to be extra aware and on those days and make sure that I was minding my P's and Q's and not getting myself in trouble. So that's why I started, and I thought, well, if it's helpful for me, maybe it would be helpful for someone else as well. So anyway, let's get started here. So today is Monday the 19th, right? Yes, that's what sometimes I don't know. Monday the 19th. So Cancer moon in harmony with Venus. So that's going to bring romance, pleasure, creativity, a day that's going to be feeling like you want to connect, you want to be social, you're going to be wanting that connection somehow, whether it be romantic or not. You're going to want to feel connected in some way. So today might be a really good day to reconnect with an old friend, somebody you haven't talked to for a while. Maybe send them private message and be like, hey, I was just thinking about you today. What are you up to? How you been? Might be a good day to take a little adventure, but definitely just don't isolate yourself today. So get out and do something. Otherwise, you might start to let that isolation kind of start to become loneliness, and we don't really want that, right? So if you're feeling that desire to connect, and if you live alone, or if you're like me, I'm home alone all day. My husband is gone to work. He'll be home later tonight, but I'll be home most of the day by myself. But reach out, use the other tools that we have. We have phones we can actually make phone calls on. We have Snapchat, FaceTime, private message, so many other things too that you can do. Sometimes just send a silly picture to a friend on Snapchat, and who knows, act like a 12-year-old for a little while. It's okay. But yeah, don't isolate yourself today. In some way, you're going to want to connect. Today's color is cream, and I picked some garnet. It said ignite your passion, and that doesn't have to be romantic or sexual. It could just be a passion. You could have passion for anything. Passion for life, passion for art, a passion for music, a passion for dancing, whatever it is. But if you want to work with some of that creativity and romance, you could kind of bundle that all together and do some nice, passionate, creative things today. So Tuesday, the 20th, Venus is in harmony with Uranus. So your normal routine tomorrow might seem really boring. I know that tends to come up, every once in a while. You're just like, oh, get up, take a shower, go to work, come home, cook supper, do laundry, go to bed. It can get very mundane, very boring. So that might be coming up for you tomorrow. So I would really suggest planning something for yourself for the day that might just break that up a little bit. Doesn't have to be anything dramatic, doesn't have to be anything super special, but maybe just go out for lunch, maybe stop for coffee on the way to work, maybe go to a yoga class after work, just something that's a little bit different that's not normally in your routine. Um, you know, uh, Maybe it's as simple as on Tuesday nights, you always get pizza at your favorite pizza place. And maybe this Tuesday you get, I don't know, Chinese instead of pizza. Um, it doesn't have to be, like I said, anything super big or important. Just change up the routine a little bit, so you're not feeling like you're in that stagnant rut. So just change things up a little bit. So I picked golden halo quartz that says open the door. So just like I said, open the door to something a little different, something a little new. Like I said, it doesn't have to be super dramatic or like a big change way out of your wheelhouse or anything like that. But maybe you always get coffee at one particular coffee store, and you're gonna maybe try a different one. Go local, find a local coffee store. And Tuesday's color is pink. So moving over to Wednesday, the 21st, Moon in Leo connecting to Jupiter. I always like to hear when Jupiter pops in. Jupiter is all about positivity. Yep, positivity, good vibrations, just really good positive energy. Also some heightened intuition in there for you. Really good day for some self-care. Those flashes of insight that you're going to be getting on Wednesday, if something comes to you, and again, I know we all have busy lives and we can't stop in the middle of the day and, really dig down into some of these things, but write yourself a sticky note. I send myself a private message, whatever you're going to do. So when you have time, you can go back and think about it and not forget about what it was. And these flashes of insight that are going to be coming on Wednesday could potentially bring you some self-growth. So there's going to be something that could be pretty important in there for you on Wednesday. So really pay attention to that. And again, when heightened intuition comes along, really pay attention to following your gut, trusting your gut, however you want to say it. Don't second guess yourself. We do that way too much. We get some sort of feeling or something comes over us, whatever you want to call it. And then we try to be logical about it and try to talk ourselves out of it and, say, oh, we don't really know. But your intuition is there for a reason. So really, really pay attention to it. Like I said, it could bring on Wednesday, it could bring some important self-growth for you. Maybe it's a small step, but it's going to be a step in the right direction. So Wednesday's color is royal blue. And as usual, when Jupiter comes around, I picked up off white. You see it, it's a white stone on a white card, so it's kind of hard to. And it says, stay positive. So really bringing in that positivity. I think it's really important to stay positive. Now I've messed up the camera again. It's really important to stay positive. Being negative is going to bring negative. If you are putting out negative energy, that is the energy you are going to get back. If you are putting out positive energy is going to come back to you. And it takes practice to see the positive in things and not the negative. When things happen to us, like, oh, can't take anymore. Why does this keep happening? Why, not to get into a big tangent here, but if things keep happening for you, it's a lesson that you haven't learned yet. So by trying to avoid it, trying to get away from it, it's going to keep happening. So you've got to take the time to stop and realize what's going on and learn the lesson that's in there so that it doesn't keep repeating for you. Also, we're not given any more than we can handle. And thirdly, we are all here for a reason. And all the things that happen to us happen for a reason. So pay attention and follow the reasons, follow the lessons, and you will start to just normally see the positivity in things for yourself. So really pay attention to that. Anyway, I don't think I said Wednesday's color is royal blue. So moving over to Thursday, the 22nd, Sun enters Libra. So it's going out of Virgo. We're going into Libra. So that's going to bring us some nice, Virgo was all about in service and getting things done and being helpful, which are all great. But now we're going to be moving into a little bit more of harmony and socializing, creativity, intellectual being. So intellectual energy. Sorry, I'm going to try to fix the camera. It's not working. So yeah, and I find it's a little bit of that time where we start to get a little bit more internal. As the fall comes and winter comes, we start to turn a little bit more internal. And not necessarily that we isolate from others, but in the end of August, beginning of September, it's normal for us to all run around and try to get everything done that we haven't done. And that's very typical of Virgo energy, right? Getting things done, making sure everything's done, everything's tidied up, ready to go for winter. And then as we move into fall, where the leaves are starting to turn color and starting to change, we are going to be a little bit more in harmony and just a little bit more balance for us than that crazy get things done Virgo energy. So yeah. And Thursday's color is light orange. And the stone I picked is kind of a light orange. I picked sunstone. That just says take pleasure in the things you do. So just take some pleasure in the energy. I think harmony, socializing, creativity, finding balance, all of those are just things to just enjoy. Like, I don't know if there's like really there's lots of stones you could work with if you wanted to work with the creativity part. You could go back and work with some carnelian. If you wanted to work with more of the socializing, you could maybe work with some rose quartz, things like that. But I think it's just a nice energy to just enjoy and just let it be as it is and just take it in. So. All right, moving over to Friday, the 23rd. Mercury retrograde is entering Virgo now. We don't hear a lot about that. We know Mercury is gone retrograde. We hear all about all the horrible things on Facebook that Mercury retrograde is doing. Sorry, my camera is like not adjusting to this light. And we hear about all those horrible things about Mercury retrograde. And really, again, it goes back to that lessons and pay attention and listen internally. But Mercury retrograde is a really good time to reevaluate and to just kind of go over things for yourself and see what's going on. And again, just taking a little bit of that time to internalize and pay attention to ourselves. It's a good time to we know communications are going to be wacky. Our cell phones are probably wacky. Wi-Fi, internet, all that stuff. Cell service is probably bad. Facebook is probably going to crash. Who knows? But again, for me, I take that time to kind of stay off social media during Mercury retrograde, kind of distance myself from that. Spend some time doing some self-care, things for me, things I need to do, and think about things that I want in my future to go forward. That whole reevaluate part, right? So we can do that and use that in a positive way. But with Mercury retrograde entering Virgo, again, Virgo is very detail oriented. So that's good energy that we can use when we're reevaluating ourselves, right? It's also, Virgo is very health oriented. Virgos, I find when it comes to health, are either all the way at one extreme or all the way at the other extreme. And again, that depends on where your placements are and what is in your chart. But I do tend to find that Virgos are very, very health conscious, or they're horrible. My husband's on the horrible end. He doesn't like to go to the doctor. He doesn't like to complain about anything. He doesn't like he's the helper. And so I think to go for his health is asking for help. So that, I don't know. I don't totally understand, but I find that with Virgos, they're either one end of the extreme or the other end. But anyway, it's going to be a good time to pay attention to your health. So again, in that reevaluating what's going on with you, really, listen and be truthful with yourself about what is going on with you and your health and where you're going. And is this the right path for you? What do you need to change? What do you need to work on? What is blocking you? If you have a health issue that's blocking you from taking care of doing what you want to do, all of those things are going to be on Friday, are really good to pay attention to and get taken care of. So also, Virgos can be a tad bit criticizer. I'm not sure what the word is I want to use there. A critic. So just remember that might be coming through a little bit for you as well. So be aware of that and maybe try to keep that dial back a little bit. If you can do it in a positive way and give good, feedback that way, that's always helpful for people. People don't always want it, but just find that balance in there for that criticism of, being overcritical and being helpful. Friday's color is white. And I picked a stone that we don't usually have too much, but I thought this was the perfect time for it. Turquoise that says prioritize your health. So you could, if you really wanted to work with your health and getting things taken care of, maybe I need to work with some myself. And hey, my bandage is turquoise. I just realized that. Anywho, and Friday's color is white, if I didn't say that. So using my stepdaughter's coffee cup. Can't see that, but it says Over the Hill Senior Dog Sanctuary. She adopts elderly sled dogs and takes care of them for their last days. So anyway, Saturday the 24th. Venus is, can't read my own writing, opposite of Neptune. I think that's what I wrote. My handwriting is really bad. And then add in the fact that I can't hardly move my right hand. Makes it really, really bad. And I'm not sure on that word, so I want to double check it. Go to my sheet here. On Saturday. Yes, Venus is opposite of Neptune. Okay, that's what I thought it said, but I wanted to make. So Venus is all about our compassion and romance. So that's going to be coming in for us. Neptune is, how do I say? What do I want to say? It's the daydreaming, the fantasy part of life that we have. Wishing we could be a fairy or wishing we could find a unicorn. All that part of life. Um, Not that everybody wishes that. Some people want to wish they were in a video game out of space. I don't know what you daydream about, but for me, it's usually more magical. But whatever you daydream about. So on Saturday, the 24th, you may find yourself daydreaming, wandering a little bit. And so try to keep that in balance of, daydreaming is good. It's healthy. It's fun. It's exciting. You can use that in so many creative ways. But just remember to kind of stay in touch with reality as well. Don't wander off and get lost there. So you're going to have the compassion and the romance and some daydreaming. So if you want to bundle all that together and make yourself a nice day, you certainly could work with all those energies and have a pleasant day. And the other thing I wrote down is embrace and acknowledge your emotions. So I've talked about that a lot. About, again, don't push your emotions aside. Don't bury them deep down. I know that's easy to do. Working with them, acknowledging them, facing them is hard. It can be painful. And most of us just really don't want to deal with that. But in the whole big picture of it is, in doing that, you're going to heal and you're going to be able to move forward. If you keep trying to just stuff it down, it's going to keep popping up and you've got to stuff it down again. And it's going to pop up and you've got to stuff it down again. And that's going to take a lot of energy out of you. So really, if you just let it come up, work with it, deal with it, and heal from it, that's what I said, feel it, process it, and let it go. And then you can move on with a happier, healthier life for yourself. And by suppressing all those things, not only are they going to affect you emotionally, they're going to affect you physically, because all of that is going to manifest in some sort of physical trauma for you, some sort of physical disease. So we don't want that either, right? So Saturday's color is dark green, and I picked. I can't talk now. I picked agate, and so it says just get back in balance. So just if you want to stay in balance of that reality world and reality and fantasy world, you could work with some agate. If you really wanted to work more with the emotional side of the healing, then we could work with some different healing stones. Maybe some green aventurine, some malachite, anything green would be helpful in there. So you could certainly do that. But if you ever have questions, certainly let me know. I'll be happy to help. Or if you haven't just like, I don't know why, but I really just want to work with this particular stone, do it. Follow your intuition. It's leading you there for a reason. That's the stone you should work with, and just pay attention to that and honor it, okay? So finishing up for Sunday the 25th, new moon in Libra. So perfect day for manifesting. Good day to be seeking balance as well. Pay attention to your emotions. So we got a lot of that this week. That came up a couple of times, right? Pay attention to your emotions. Don't stuff them down. On your new moon, it's a really good time to make a list of things that you want to be calling in. Pay attention to flashes of insight. They might reveal something for you on Sunday. So we had that also on, what other day did we have that? On Wednesday. So some heightened intuition might reveal some self-growth on Wednesday. And on Sunday, it might reveal something to you. So it could be just about anything. Who knows? Big or small. So yeah, lots going on there on Sunday. Remember, when you're manifesting or calling things in on the new moon, if you have something particular that you've been working with or working on, there's lots of different ways you can work with that. So the example for me, I was spending so much time at the new moon trying to release anger, release anxiety, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't working. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Why is this not working? And then I realized I wasn't calling in anything to fill that spot. And so then I started at the new moon calling in happiness, calling in joy, calling in positivity. And that really made a big difference of letting go of that anger and that anxiety. Kind of think, if you're trying to release one thing, think of what you want to replace it with, right? Or if you're calling in something, maybe think about what it is you need to release to call that in. So, both ways. It's all about the balance, right? So Sunday's color is cream, and I picked some Chrysocolla, and it says start fresh. And I don't expect us all to like run away and start our lives completely new. That's not what I mean. But, new moon is a good time to start fresh, right? So call in what you want to call in, work with what you want to work with, become the person you want to become, and be better, be happier, be wiser. I don't know, be something. So start fresh at whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. So, all right, so that is going to wind it up for this week. I haven't had a chance to check my schedule yet, but I will be coming live one day this week, probably Friday, but could possibly be Thursday. I don't know yet. I'll have to check my schedule. And we'll go over the new moon energy in a little bit more detail. And then I usually go over all kinds of different things you can work with during the new moon or the full moon. Excuse me. I don't do ritual. There's plenty of people on YouTube that do that. I prefer to be a little bit more solitude in my ritual work. But I will go over some tarot cards, some archetypes, oils, herbs, stones, all kinds of things that you can work with on the new moon if that's something that you are interested in. So with that, I thank you. If something in this video was helpful for you, please give me a thumbs up or let me know. Really would like to hear from you guys. I see little things pop up that say 111 or 2 or somebody watched or whatever, but I don't know who you are. I don't see any names. So it'd be really great to see who's watching, or let me know what you found helpful in the video. And if you did find it helpful, either tag a friend or share it. That would be great. I'm not selling anything on. I do have stuff in my shop for sale. I do therapies, but I don't generally really push that during my videos. That's not what my videos are about. It's just really helping you guys maybe have a better week. So yeah, so that's going to wrap it up. And as always, remember, be kind. Your kindness is not only going to improve your day, it's going to improve somebody else's day, and it could potentially change someone's life for the better. And it could be your life, right? So, and it doesn't cost us anything. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.